Some numbers that have emerged out of a very recent study suggested that 1 in 37 people alive today would get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease in their lifetime. Still, the number one risk factor for Parkinson's is ageing. And then there are other risk factors as well that include some environmental factors. So herbicides and pesticides, for example, air pollution or toxicants in the air can contribute. Things like head trauma as well can contribute. Around about 6 to 8% of people with Parkinson's have a causative gene. So there's all of these different factors that are different causes, different triggers of Parkinson's disease, which make it really, really complex.
Out of the blue, someone can, within a short space of time, go from being quite healthy, quite okay, everything's going well, to having severe symptoms of Parkinson's disease. I find that kind of heart-wrenching, yeah.
We were on holiday and we were walking down a wharf in Croatia, and my right hand started to tremor, and I turned to my husband and I said, "Looks like I've got Parkinson's." Yeah, and that was the first time I experienced a tremor, and that was the start.
The first symptom was the lack of arm swing on one side. You just don't think about your arms when you're walking, they just do what they're supposed to do automatically. And I thought, oh, that's a bit odd.
I thought I might have had a slight stroke because I seem to be weaker down one side than the other. So we went to the neurologist, and the neurologist that they diagnosed Parkinson's on a sensory basis. It's very, very easy to diagnose once you know what you're looking for.
A diagnosis of Parkinson's currently has to be done by a neurologist. And then the neurologist would do a number of tests. They're predominantly looking for motor symptoms that we all associate with Parkinson's disease.
You walk up and down, you sniff some vanilla essence or something similar to that, and your doctor sort of tries to ascertain whether you're starting to lose some of your sensory perception and stability.
All he said to me was, "If I walk." So when we walk one way and you come back, and I came back and I goes, "Oh, he's got it." And I said, "Oh, what have I got?" "Oh, you have a disease called Parkinson's." And I was like, "No, I can't. It's not possible. I can't have Parkinson's." And she goes, "No, you do have it. You have early onset of it." So.
It's hugely unfair. Why is it me? But, picks who it wants to pick.
It's not a disease that we know who's going to get it. In fact, the predictability of who's going to get it is close to zero. It's the second most common neurodegenerative disease, and it's the fastest growing one. So we shouldn't be fearful of it, but I think we should be mindful that this is something that affects many, many people in our community. The fact that so many people know someone or have met someone with Parkinson's disease says this is a big problem to be dealt with. This is a challenge, a disease that we want to get rid of. There's a group of symptoms or signs that might indicate that someone has Parkinson's disease. One of them is a flat affect, so it's nicknamed the wooden face, where they struggle to show their emotion. The movement thing is common. People often say that they experience a lot of what we call REM behaviour, sleep disorder, and this is where they essentially act out their dreams at night, trying to fight something or kick against something that they're dreaming about. The olfactory system or loss of the sense of smell is also a really common precursor. That is one of the earliest indicators that Parkinson's disease or Alzheimer's disease is on its way.
I think people don't understand Parkinson's. They don't know that it's a progressive disease. They don't know that there is no cure. They don't know that there's nothing that you can do to stop it. They just think that you shake a bit and you can take some tablets. Parkinson's is something that people see as an old person's disease. They see it as a male-dominated disease, and they still see it as people think you can treat it, but you can't.
I only had a little knowledge. What I knew was that Michael J. Fox and Muhammad Ali. They had Parkinson's, and all I saw in Parkinson's was shaking. So when I heard Muhammad Ali died of it, I got scared of my own. And when they told me I had Parkinson's, I was scared that I might die early, wasn't he? And so it scared me for a bit, and I went home, and after that, and for 2 years I was stuck in my bedroom for hiding myself away.
The description of robbing disease for Parkinson's is a really good one. It robs people of their quality of life. It robs people of their future. And I can't tell you, how many people with Parkinson's disease I've spoken to over the last few months who talk about how their future has completely changed as a result of the diagnosis. And, it robs them of all the things that they would have otherwise done. It's not just their quality of life and in many cases, ability to work and function as they normally would, but it's their future as well.
I would say pre-Parkinson's, on a daily basis, we talked about retirement and what we were going to do and where we were going to go. And, the anticipation for retirement was huge. And then once I was diagnosed with Parkinson's, those things, might not be possible. We might not have the time that we thought we would have.
When you start taking away those things that people rely on, that we think of as very human, the things that people have been proud to develop in themselves, the work ethic, the drive, the ability, that's troubling to see.
I lost my ability to type, so I lost my ability to communicate on a keyboard. So my world slowly but progressively was changing, and I sense it was not changing for good.
I love No Dream Too Big. It really just encapsulates that Kiwi spirit of, no problem is too big, really. We can get on, we can find a solution, we can innovate, we can be creative. We see it in our research team, we see it in Professor Curtis, and going back decades with Professor Fall, forming relationships with the families of people with neurodegenerative conditions to get the human brain bank that we have here up and running. That's just a great way to express the way we, as Kiwis, get on and approach massive global problems like Parkinson's.
We've been supported really by hundreds of families from around New Zealand who have said, carry on, do brain research with my loved one's brain, learn everything you can from this brain because that's going to make a difference for the next generation.
And they were giving you the most incredible gift they could ever give. The brain of their mum or dad, that's actually giving us their mum or dad. We treat that tissue with respect. We say we're just the custodians of the brain for the families. We're using it to advance knowledge to help the families and to do the best research in the world.
We've got amazing people, and it's great people that drive great outcomes. We're raising money for Parkinson's research, right? So I've got to be able to look people in the eye and let them know that they're backing the best people. And obviously not just us, but Morris at the Centre for Brain Research, but also people around the world. We've hooked up with the Cure Parkinson's UK, Shake It Up Australia, Michael J. Fox Foundation. These are the best people in the world. We're seeking out to partner with the best, to have the best people working with us, to make sure that the money is going in the very best places it possibly can right now to achieve the best outcomes as we try to find a cure for Parkinson's. So much groundwork has been done. If we can put money in now, significant money, we can make a big difference to really accelerate in a relatively short period of time where we get to on finding a cure for Parkinson's.
The support we're getting from Cure Parkinson's New Zealand, it's philanthropy. It is dream money, you see. Supporting the establishment of a Parkinson's Research Centre, now CBR, to say, we'll provide you the resources for you to be innovative so that we can stop people getting Parkinson's by your cure. That is dream money. And dreams come true.
Life now was one of taking very much every day as it comes, enjoying it as much as I can. But I do notice that things are not as easy as they once were. My balance is deteriorating, as I've said. So that's really the journey of my time with Parkies.
He's a treasure, absolute treasure. But without research, there is no cure, and that's just the way it is.
It's real. It's not this ephemeral, far-off thing, but actually a cure for Parkinson's is something tangible that we can achieve, and we can change the world, and we can change the future for people with Parkinson's.